Hello and welcome. My name is Toyin Banishaye Oni TBO. Welcoming you to One on One with TBO Madifer Media. Today on the program, we want to discuss some of the topical issues in Nigeria, and we also want to discuss the issue that concerns you and also concerns me as a person and also as a Nigerian. We want to discuss about the issue of security. On the program today, I have a guest, and my guest is a special one indeed. A seasoned lawyer, a social commentator, and also a community leader. On the program today, it is my singular honor and privilege to welcome Barrister Shakiru Omolaja. You're welcome onto the program, sir.
TVO, thank you for the very kind accolades you just poured on me.
Thank you, sir.
It is my honor, privilege to have you in my office to do this interview.
Yeah.
Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, we all know that Barrister Shakiru Omolaja is a social commentator. He will not mince words by saying it the way it is and by telling us the way things should be. Now, on the program today, let us just set the ball rolling. Few days ago, we saw something on social media when we see some police officers, you see Edo or Delta State.
Delta State.
Delta State. And I remember you sent the clip to me. Okay. And I even saw it on your status. When did the people that are supposed to be in charge of our security, when did they turn to POS or ATM machine that will saw large amount of money with them? Does this amount to the fact that we have so many issues bedeviling this country called Nigeria?
Thank you, my sister. That video is a very, very sad commentary on the reality that Nigerian leaders have been running away from concerning police in this country. When we say men of the Nigerian police are wickedly corrupt, not just corruption of you demand, I take. They are, you could say, some of these policemen are glorified armed robbers. They obtain money at gunpoint. They threaten you. They brutalize citizens of this country just to extort money from them. Shall we begin to count how many innocent lives have been lost to police brutality? Do we remember the case, that very sad case of a pregnant lawyer somewhere around Lekki, around December, maybe 2023 or 2024, that was brutally murdered because the policeman with a gun wanted to take money from them. They were coming from an occasion. How many shall we remember? That video is a sad pointer, a wake-up call, a very poignant confirmation that indeed we have terrible men in the Nigerian police. Now, that is not to say that all of them are bad. Among our policemen, you have medical doctors, properly qualified. You have lawyers, you have accountants, you have the best of men. But you have some terrible cankerworm in their midst. People who came into the Nigerian police force with terrible credentials. What do you expect when people have to forge certificates to get admitted, to get employed into the Nigerian police? When people right from the police college have to bribe their officers to get whatever mark, to get their training. Remember that sad video shown to the world about the police college and what young men and women were trained to become police officers, friends of the public. The type of food that was being fed them, man, it's no miracle, there's no magic about it. Garbage in, garbage out. That video of that policeman sitting comfortably in their truck, in their van, patrol van, counting money like a POS dealer. Some of us tagged that video POS police officers. That huge amount of money should tell the leadership of the police, from the IGP to the police commission to the Minister of Police Affairs and everybody, that everything is not normal Everything is not all right with Nigeria police. You must do a total overhauling of the Nigeria police system. And part of it is, when that video came out, the leadership of this country became so embarrassed. They're proposing a law now that police uniform will have no pockets.
And you think they won't put it in their shoes?
Is it just only in their shoes? Are they not going to wear trousers? And when you open your trouser and you dip it inside, like women when they are dressed up, our mothers in the market, they put it here.
In their bra.
As long as they wear caps, they wear shoes, they wear belts. Did you not see a police? No, not a policeman. I saw a video where an ordinary looking belt was actually a store for bullets. Did you not see a particular video of a young man wearing what you call shokoto in Yoruba land? And the entire shokoto, he was a salesman in a store, was lined with naira notes, slipping it in. So it's not a matter of about whether they have no pockets or they have pockets. They can jolly. What am I even saying? Regular policemen in Lagos now, they have agents of collection. They will be on the road signaling to these boys. It's everywhere. The other day, I don't want to mention name, to be fair. In a part of Ikorodu, I had to call somebody in the station to tell the DPO, this is too ugly, close to a secondary school. The policemen in broad daylight were stopping Okada riders, Marua. The private cars were not so disturbed. Any vehicle that appeared commercial, they were stopping them and openly extorting money. I felt so sad. I called a SUPOL, a superior police officer of the police officer, said, look, this is not fair. What example are you showing to our children who are in school? These policemen may be recorded, broad daylight. And the person I called did a fantastic job. Within minutes of my calling this person, the policeman disappeared.
Well, let's leave that. You have called for a total overhaul.
Total.
Of the Nigerian police
Total.
force. Something happened in Lagos State a few days back. I don't know whether the trending video involving a driver and the vehicle inspection officer, and the man removed all his dress, remaining only the boxers, and see him beating the VIO officials. And the VIO officials, some of them who, probably the driver and one of them, took the car, ran away, and left about 2 or 3 of them. What is your take about this when you saw the video?
I am a victim. Just like you are also a victim of VIO. To do justice to this question, shall we very humbly ask ourselves, former governor of Lagos State, who some people still believe was not dealt with fairly, Ambode, why did he remove VIO from our roads? He had unusual courage. The former governor of Lagos State, Marwa, military governor, had in removing Agbero from our roads. What exactly are these VIOs doing for the people of Lagos State? What particulars are they checking? Lagos is going digital. Whatever you want to check, why don't you make sure that we are all registered? Don't take these people, don't send these officers to the road to harass. Except we want to deceive ourselves. They are agents of extortion. They are not agents of justice. They are not agents that serve the interest of the common man. Hence, when the average person to be contravened, either rightly or wrongly, knows that I am in trouble, they never take no for whatever unless they take money from you.
Exactly.
Some of them because of the tension in the country. Tension of how much they buy fuel. Tension of the cost of food. Tension of so many things. They momentarily lose their sanity. Because a man who will strip himself naked to attack law enforcement agents has lost his sanity. For whatever reason, he may keep his calm. If his rights are violated, are breached, look for a good lawyer to take up his grievances. But then, even the justice system is bedeviled. How much is he going to pay to a lawyer? How long is he going to stay in court? Could this man, all of us, can we really have justice in our courts the way they are today? Forever adjournments. You take one adjournment, then it is the next 3 months. For a poor man who's looking for what to eat. I am not saying whatever was the cause of the man being aggrieved. He had no right to assault a public officer. No.
And what of the VIO? Do they have any right to say they want to deflate my tire?
See.
One has accosted me.
All right.
And he said, all these police, the ones on the road, he accosted me and he said, Madam, stop. And I stopped. Why is your driver's license? I gave to her. She's even a woman like me. I gave to her. And all of a sudden she said, where are your vehicle particulars? I gave to her. And said, Madam, your roadworthiness. I said, is it your right to policeman, to officer, or to ask me for my roadworthiness? That should be for Federal Road Safety Corps or probably the VIO to ask. The next thing she said, Madam, you have to settle. I said, I don't have a dime. That look at me, look at my ID card. I'm a journalist. I cannot give anybody on the road money. And she said, okay. I said, take me to your station. So, things like that.
See, when you see some of us lawyers display our wig and gown, our bib in our cars, it's not because of any other thing. It's we are trying to pass a necessary message to the police on the road, VIO, because the average lawyer will fight for himself.
Yes.
When you harass him, you ask him questions that he knows that you don't have the right.
Yes,
and under the law, you have a right to resist an unlawful arrest. Some policemen tried to stop me the other day, and they were asking for things they were not entitled to ask. I stayed put on the road. And then when they were threatening me with going to the station, I was the one that led the road to the DPO.
Yeah.
When the DPO saw me, he said, you are brought to Hala. Because he knew that I was a man who was going to fight for everybody and fight for myself. He said, you don't know this man? Why were you bothering him? And I thanked the DPO, I prayed for him. But my sadness was the fact that I was privileged to have known my rights.
Yes.
One police force for Nigeria is a terrible joke. It's a disservice. You must have state police. You must have local government police. You must have community police. You must have college police. So the issue of Boko Haram this, Boko Haram that, let us stop pretending.
Coming to this Boko Haram issue, we saw about two traditional rulers and probably one of their Orori arrested was it Kogi or Kwara State that they said they saw a large sum of money in their, I think about 120 million naira, and maybe had some deposits in their accounts. And they claim that these are the proceeds received from Boko Haram. And these are the people that they are supposed to be custodian of our tradition, custodian of our security, a traditional ruler. What would you say regarding that? Then also, let's talk about immorality among our children. There was a trending video where we saw a secondary school girl that used a IUCD, that is called preventing device not to get pregnant.
Intrauterine contraceptive device.
And she said, I'm not the only one, about 40 of them. What would you say regarding immorality among the one we say call our children, our future leader, and the ones that we say that even when we all go, these are the ones that will hand over this country onto. And we even see some of these girls nowadays that they say they even have surgery to remove their eggs and they sell it. What would you say regarding this immorality in this nation?
I can use only one sentence to answer everything. But I will try and be a little specific. We are in trouble. We are in very deep trouble. But as you are blaming the girls, ask about their parents. Yorubas will tell you about Abiko, and don't also forget Akogba, children that are trained, children that refuse to be trained. Where does the blame stop? You have highlighted some things about how sexual immorality is the order of the day. Our politicians, what are they not doing to our young girls and married women that are not their wives? So, the amount of money available to some persons is the level of corruption in which they are involved. Right? Apart from they using contraceptive devices, how about their apparent nakedness in leaving their homes to go into the streets? I see this every day on my street. Apparently married women will wear almost pants. Their legs totally bare. They wear crop top, showing their bellies. And I shake, and I mean, I'll be shaking visibly. How can a married woman, you call the children our future leaders? Maybe that is a cause. Maybe the future leaders are not here yet. Because being Biola Bashimari in the Latimamo. Today tells the future. The money tells the night. Look at the type of nudity that you see, not just on TV, because you want to blame our actors and actresses for promoting this. You go to our markets, go to bus stops. And sometimes when they challenge some women, you now see them trying to cover up. And I say, but you wore this from your house? I asked some children, is your mother still alive? And some children will tell you, but my mother bought this for me.
Can you imagine?
Some girls will say, if I don't wear this skimpy thing, my boyfriend will not be happy. And I say, should you compromise your dignity, your happiness, and possibly the future of your children with what a man demands of you? Possibly a man that will not take you as a wife. Concerning the Boko Haram, cash, whatever, or if you are looking for the sponsors of Boko Haram or kidnappers, look amongst our leaders, politicians and traditional rulers. I told you earlier, these people, the kidnappers, either Nigerians or Chadians or from wherever, they have local contacts. Did you know here in Yoruba land of how some Yoruba community leaders were giving cow, malu, after which they now sold out to their people? What brought about the presence of Sunday Igboho and his activism that he's later blaming himself? Why did I try to fight for my people? But should I be here when my people are being killed because of cows that will go to people's farms? When people have labored, labored seriously, spent money to buy crops, do everything, cultivate the land, the plants are growing. Then some lawless persons come.
They bring their cows to just eat up the
I saw a video where the malam, and they were videoing it to share, remove a growing corn. He removed the plant. And it was happily, and they were carrying guns, feeding it to the cows. What is the justice in that? Because our leaders have failed us. They continue to pretend that there's no security in this country. You know it, I know it. Hence, we are having cameras everywhere, but how much can cameras do? Even after you have the cameras, after you see these persons, look at these boys called Bola Boys. How many videos have you not seen of Bola Boys entering houses and looting the entire wiring? This is my office. Bola Boys have come here because it used to be isolated. Now, not less than 4 times until I was forced to rent out part of this my building to 2 tenants now. It used to be for all lawyers. But when the lawyers left to go and start their own things, I was alone and I was still waiting for some other lawyers to come. Bola Boys will always come here to loot. I bought camera when they came. They covered the camera. And they still stole my pumping machine, stole so many things. And I said, look, lawyer, rent out part of this place. Today I have fees. Because people are always here when I am gone. So our leaders have failed us. Look at the amount of money they are giving to themselves. Now they want to increase their salaries. Meanwhile, the 70,000 naira some states are not paying.
And our international passport is now 100,000
naira. So you sometimes want to ask, and I should be careful what I say. Let nobody say to you that you are being used to run down the government. But the reality, we wear the shoes.
We have to face the reality. We have to tell ourselves the
bitter truth. The bitter truth.
Now things are just not right.
From 26,000 to 100,000 for 34-page passport. Then I sit down and I ask, this government promised us renewed hope. Where is the hope? Is the hope only in the stabilization of the naira? You promised us electricity. This is the 6th day in my house of total darkness. Total darkness. Each time I go to the filling station, I buy fuel, not less than 50,000 naira. To put my generator, because I have to pump water for my family. This is the 6th day. And nobody is giving any explanation. Is that not painful? Yet, we were promised electricity will become cheaper. So many things will become cheaper. What do we have cheaper? Nothing. And you are telling us that we should keep hoping. What if we are dead before the hope arrives? And we are saying to the leadership, please, 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 think of us. You need our votes. And we can only vote for you when we are still alive and happy. I know a number of persons who have vowed that the coming election they are not going to vote.
Because the way the things are with them.
Oh, the promise that was held out to them, and they were betrayed so painfully, They cannot afford to be betrayed the second time. The government, I'm sure they listen, they watch. They should know that we are not happy. Nobody wants to take their position. But they should please do something for us. If they do not think that they are answerable to us, they should know very well that they are answerable ultimately to God Almighty, who will actually
On a final note,
ask them for reckoning.
On with TBO and with Barrister Shakiru Omolaja, let's talk a little bit of politics. And just in a nutshell, we know PDP and APC, but another baby is springing up, that is ADC. And some people are saying that probably this set of people there's some politicians that are displaced, and some politicians who probably didn't really, they were not carried along in the scheme of things, and they said, oh, okay, I have done this, I've done that, they didn't recognize me, or they didn't give me my due position or my due recognition. So now they have gone to have ADC. Do you think ADC will probably swallow PDP and APC that has been in existence for over close to 2 decades now?
ADC is a joke, and a bad joke for that matter. There's a tragedy in when people are deceiving you, and you know they are deceiving you. But there's a greater tragedy when you are deceiving yourself. And that is more to be lamented. The so-called ADC, the true owners of ADC are saying that you have come to hijack our party. We shall meet in court. Some of them have gone to court. Yes. Now, who are the constituent members of the so-called ADC? Remember, they're calling it a coalition. There's no coalition. No two party has come together. But some persons have left their parties to come and say, we are joining an existing party. Not that you have brought different parties. Like maybe you brought the Action Congress, you brought the CPC or whatever. I say, now, who are the constituent members? Is it El Rufai? With his baggage of scandals and accusations and everything. Why was El Rufai rejected by the National Assembly as a minister? Why? Is it David Mark? So many years when he was communication minister, who said to Nigerians that telephone that has become common ground now, that we put in your pocket, that you can call anywhere in the world from your pocket, says telephone is not meant for the poor. He had no thought for the citizenry. He never thought that a day will come when even beggars on the road will have telephone. That is David Marco. Those are the members, those are the leaders who want to come and give hope to Nigerians. Or is it Alhaji Atiku Abubakar? If people are in doubt, they should go and read what former President Olusegun Obasanjo said about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Some people will call some persons political prostitutes. In which party has this man not been? He has been in PDP, AC, this and that, everything. Now, for goodness sake, why would he leave PDP? If he had this calculation right, why would he leave PDP? All he had to do was to sacrifice the next 4 years for his Southerners to remain there, and then he will have the leadership of this country on a platter of gold. Wike worked against him because he worked against himself by denying what is constitutionally provided in the constitution of PDP. And what is that? Rotation of the presidency. So, Nigeria and its politics. Politicians are not helping us at all. Despite the hunger, look at how much they are feeding. Look at how well they are doing. Politicians that look at us and said to everybody in this country that they cannot use locally made vehicles. That they cannot patronize local vehicles. They cannot stay in our hospitals. So how will you expect them to build hospitals that will serve you and I? Hence, Elebiomo Agbo, they are also doing well now. And we shall continue to patronize nation because it's so sad. Our father, with the Almighty rest his soul, the immediate past president of this country, when he had to die, he died outside Nigeria in the London hospital. When Yar'Adua was going to die, he died outside this country. So many other leaders of Nigeria, when they die outside this country. Yet you are saying that you are building hospitals. You are building standard hospitals.
And you don't use them.
You don't use them.
You don't patronize it.
It only means one thing. The money voted for these hospitals are in your pockets. You have not really built anything. Because if you have built these things, you should be able to use them. You know how many times Buhari was outside this country to go and treat himself. During Buhari, the wife said even ordinary paracetamol, the Aso Rock clinic did not have it. Yet they were voting money annually in every budget for Aso Rock clinic.
Thank you so much, Barrister Shakiru Omolaja. As vocal as ever, you say it exactly the way it is. May the Lord help us in this nation, and I hope that from here we will move forward. The leaders, our leaders, the one that they say they are leading us, if they're leading us right, I pray that they lead us into the promised land indeed. Most especially the issue of state police, which has been on our table for so long. I hope that one day, maybe during this our generation, we'll see a state police and we'll see a police that is free, devoid of crime and corruption. 101 with TBO will surely return next week. See you. My name is Toyin Panishaye Oni. Thank you for watching.